If you have been following Raining Grace Ranch's Facebook page and Instagram, you will know that we have lost our African sulcata turtle. Not once, but twice have we lost this little guy. Actually, he's not little, he's probably about 60 pounds. But anyway, I wanted to share with you the story of how crazy that was. So Chris and I on a Friday were flying to Oklahoma and to go look at some Rafter W horses personally. And Misty called me and she said, I don't want to stress you out, but Truman is out of his enclosure because somebody left the gate open. He's only been gone for about 15 minutes, so I'm sure we're going to find him. So don't stress, we will find him. So of course I'm instantly thinking, oh my goodness, we've lost Truman. Okay, well, they're going to find him. He's big, right? He's a turtle. He doesn't go that fast. Let me tell y'all. That turtle scoots. I'm going to put a saddle on him and teach him how to do some patterns because he can haul biscuits. Anyway, so that night we had search parties going on that day, and then that following weekend we had search parties, and Misty called me and said, you know what, we can't find him. I don't know where he's at, but he's going to turn up. He's going to turn up. So I was really sad. So this was Friday. Saturday, we are actually in Oklahoma and we're driving to the ranch that we're going to. And no joke, you guys, I have never seen a turtle crossing the road in my entire life. And we are driving on this country highway and I see a turtle crossing the road. And as we passed him, Chris and I couldn't believe what we saw. I said, Chris, turn around. We're going to get him out of the road because I don't want him to get hit. So we turned around and we were racing to catch up with this turtle. Well, in the distance, we saw a white truck coming towards us, and it was just a one-lane highway. And we were really hoping that this turtle, she saw the turtle and she was going to miss the turtle. Well, as we were right up on the turtle and we got out of the car to get him, this woman swerved and intentionally ran this turtle over, and shards of his shell just went flying up in the air. And I was mortified. I could not understand what God was telling me in that moment. I believe that things happen for a reason, and I instantly thought, oh my gosh, what is God trying to tell me in this situation? We just lost our turtle, Truman, and I never seen a turtle crossing the road before, and all of a sudden I see somebody intentionally hit a turtle and he explodes in the road. I was so upset the rest of the day and most of the weekend, and I've just never seen a horrific act like that before. And got home, and we still hadn't found Truman, and actually 4 weeks passed. We still hadn't found Truman, and then one of our gals that does a lot of our landscaping, Jenny, calls me and she is elated. She's got the best news. Truman is at the front entrance of the gate, and we have found him. The prodigal son has returned. And so we were all excited. We got Truman, put him back in his enclosure. And Truman was at the ranch for a day. And then a volunteer accidentally left the gate open again, and Truman was gone. And so we looked and looked and lurked all that weekend again. Gone. He was gone. And we looked all over the place for several days in different areas because, and it's hot in Arizona, you guys. It's like, I'm like terrified that if he gets dehydrated. So meantime, can't find him. A week goes by, 2 weeks goes by. We stop looking for him. And Chris and I go to San Diego on vacation. And again, we're at the 4-week mark. So Truman's been gone yet another 4 weeks. And Friday night, just this past Friday night, I had left the ranch around 4:30. We left to go run some errands, went and ran some errands. And Friday night at 7:00, we're driving home, and Rio Verde Drive has no cars on it, which is kind of interesting because Rio Verde Drive has gotten slammed with vehicles lately because of all the building going on. We're driving and I see Truman at 170th Street and Rio Verde Drive getting ready to cross the road. Now the ranch sits at 172nd, about a mile down. So he's made it quite some way in 4 weeks. But I was like, Chris, stop. It's Truman. And so Chris parallel parked the truck again in the road, and I picked Truman up. He had twigs sticking out of his shell, and we put him in the bed of the truck, and took him home, and now he's in an entirely different enclosure. Under lock and key. One of our volunteers said we need somebody to do a prison clearance inmate, certification before anybody's allowed to work with Truman, because this guy is like, he's like an escapee. But what is the likelihood, you guys, that Chris and I, at 4 weeks again, 4 weeks goes by, Chris and I are on vacation, we come back, and we just happen to see Truman standing on the side of a busy road getting ready to cross. If we were 10 minutes or even 5 minutes earlier, we wouldn't have seen him. And if we were 5 or 10 minutes later, he would have already crossed and was on the south side of the road, and we probably would have never found him again. So it was like a huge, awesome testament to me that, we know that the Bible verse that God takes care of the sparrow, right? And so clearly God was watching over Truman both of these times, because he's just a turtle. My goodness, what is the likelihood of that? And so God is good. Truman is home. He's going to get an Apple ID tag taped around his little body somehow. We're going to figure it out. I researched and they said you can't put him on their shell, but I'm going to put an ankle bracelet on him. He's getting like a prison ankle bracelet on his back leg with an Apple ID cards tag, so we can GPS him next time he gets out. But that is the adventures of Truman, our African sulcata. He is back home, and he is home for good. Thanks for watching and staying kept in the loop with Reigning Grace Ranch. If you would love to see more, click on that subscribe button and share with all your friends.